So, I have been sitting here staring at my screen for like 3 hours trying to process what just happened on General Hospital. And honestly, I am just so tired. I am so tired, but I can't stop thinking about it. You guys know I have been covering this show for years, and we have seen some absolutely wild stuff. We have seen people come back from the dead, we have seen weather machines, we have seen memory mapping, but this week's episodes just completely broke my brain. And I know I'm not the only one because my timeline on social media is an absolute dumpster fire right now. Everyone is screaming. I am screaming. What were the writers even thinking? Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh, but let's be real here for a second. We all knew Steve Burton was taking a short break from playing Jason Morgan. We all read the spoilers. We knew Jason was planning to skip town with Britt Westbourne to go to Canada and reverse engineer her Huntington's medication. We saw him on the roof with the sniper rifle aiming at WSB head Ross Cullum. We thought we had the whole storyline figured out, but we were so wrong. We were so wrong. And let's just back up a little bit before we get to the massive earth-shattering twist, because the build-up was actually pretty good. Last week and earlier this week, we saw Jason doing the whole farewell tour. He went to Sonny Corinthos, his mob boss bestie, and basically told him that Britt's situation had reached a breaking point. They made this intense promise to have each other's backs. Jason literally redid his will. He took pains to make sure Alexis Davis would be Danny's guardian, which is a whole other mess because Alexis is currently dealing with the restraining order drama with Willow and trying to keep Scout and Danny together. Jason said this incredibly difficult tear-jerking goodbye to Danny. He told his son he was leaving town for a while. It was emotional. It felt final. It felt like Jason was really putting everything on the line to save Britt. He was willing to become a fugitive, to murder a high-ranking WSB official, to leave his whole life behind. For Britt. But then Jocelyn Jax had to go and meddle. Because of course she did. Jocelyn stormed into the coffee warehouse a few episodes ago to read Jason the Riot Act because he spilled her secret to Carly. And while she was at it, she tipped Jason off about Carly's new alliance with Valentine Cassadine. So Jason being Jason can't just leave town without trying to fix Carly's life first. He decides he has to go confront Carly. He has to warn her to cut ties with Valentine immediately. Which honestly is such a classic Jason move. The guy is literally packing his bags to flee the country and become an international fugitive. But he still has to stop and micromanage Carly's love life. So Jason shows up to confront Carly. And this is where things just go completely off the rails. He walks in and he catches Carly and Valentine in a passionate embrace. Just right there in each other's arms. I mean, we all knew Carly and Valentine were getting close. They had that deep conversation where Valentine was asking about her messy relationship with Jack Brennan. Like, was that the beginning of something or the end of everything? But seeing them actually together, Jason was furious. You could see the absolute disgust on his face. Valentine is a Cassadine. Jason hates the Cassadines. Carly knows Jason hates the Cassadines. It was shaping up to be this massive, ugly blowout fight. I was literally sitting on the edge of my couch waiting for Jason to just start throwing punches or yelling at Carly about how she never learns. And then the door opens. I literally stopped breathing. I am not exaggerating. I dropped my coffee mug on my desk and it spilled everywhere and I didn't even care. Because walking through that door looking like she just stepped out of a fog was Sam McCall. Sam is alive. I don't even know how to type this without my hands shaking. Sam McCall, the mother of Danny and Scout, the woman we all thought was dead and gone, just walked right into the room. A literal ghost. A ghost in a leather jacket. And she didn't just walk in and say, "Surprise, I'm back." No. She walked in, looking like she had been through absolute hell. She looked exhausted, battered, but her eyes were just burning with this intense, desperate fire. Jason just froze. He completely froze. He was standing there looking from Carly and Valentine to Sam, and you could see his brain just short-circuiting. The man who never shows emotion, Stone Cold himself, looked like he was about to collapse. But it wasn't just the fact that Sam was alive that broke the internet today. It was what she said. She didn't ask for a hug. She didn't ask about her kids. She looked dead at Jason with tears in her eyes, and she dropped the most devastating, catastrophic bombshell in the history of Port Charles. She told Jason that Britt Westbourne is a fake. Let that sink in. The Britt that Jason has been protecting. The Britt that Jason is about to murder Ross Cullum for. The Britt that Jason just rewrote his will and said goodbye to his son for. She is not the real Britt. According to Sam, the woman running around Port Charles furiously packing her bags at Bobby's apartment is an imposter. A highly trained, perfectly replicated fake planted by their enemies to destroy them all from the inside out. I can't. I literally cannot. What? Who actually believes this is going to end well? What were the writers thinking? But also, oh my god, it makes so much sense. Think about it. Think about how weird Britt has been acting lately. I mean, we all just chalked it up to the Huntington's disease and the stress of the WSB and Ross Cullum breathing down her neck. We thought she was just desperate. But what if it was all a manipulation? What if this fake Britt was specifically designed to isolate Jason to get him to take out Cullum? To get him out of Port Charles so that the real enemies could move in? Sam was standing there, her voice shaking, telling Jason that the real Britt is... Well, we don't even know where the real Britt is. Sam just said that the woman he's been holding, the woman he promised to save, is a plant. A weapon. And Jason looked like his entire soul had been ripped out of his body. He was standing there, completely paralyzed. You have to understand the psychology of Jason Morgan here. This is a man whose entire identity is built on loyalty and protection. He failed to protect Sam, or so he thought. He lost her. And the guilt of that has been eating him alive. So he threw everything he had into protecting Britt. He transferred all that protective instinct, all that need to save someone onto Britt. And now the woman he thought he failed is standing right in front of him, telling him that his redemption arc is actually a trap. It is just so cruel. The writers are so cruel for this. But it is also brilliant soap opera television. I hate it, but I love it. I am so conflicted. And let's talk about the implications of this, because they are massive. If Britt is a fake who planted her, is it Ross Cullum, is it Jack Brennan, or is it someone else entirely? Like Jen Sidwell. We know Sidwell is currently running this massive evil operation. He's got Drew Kane locked in his own body with that undetectable paralytic drug, using Willow to administer it. He's hosting this disastrous dinner party at Windermere to unite the Lucas Jones and Marco Rios families. He's ruthless. Could Sidwell be behind the fake Britt? We know Marco Rios was caught by Cullum trying to steal Britt's meds from the Windermere safe. Cullum had the vials. What if the meds are fake too? What if the whole Huntington's crisis was manufactured to force Jason's hand? Jason is standing there in that warehouse staring at Sam, and you can see the absolute agony in his eyes. Does he believe her? How can he? He has been spending day and night with Britt. He knows her smell, her voice, her mannerisms. To accept that she is a fake means accepting that he was completely, thoroughly fooled. It means accepting that his instincts, the instincts that have kept him alive in the mob for decades, completely failed him. But it's Sam. It's Sam standing right in front of him. The mother of his child. The love of his life for so many years. How can he not believe her? Honestly, I feel sick for Jason. He is caught in an impossible nightmare. And what about Danny? Jason just said goodbye to his son, thinking he was doing the noble thing. And Sam has been missing, presumed dead, while her kids have been suffering. Scout is currently isolated under Willow's control, visiting a paralyzed Drew who can't even blink in SOS. Danny is caught in a custody tug-of-war between Tracy and Alexis. Sam has missed so much. Why didn't she come back sooner? Where has she been? Was she being held captive with the real Britt? Did she escape to warn Jason? The fans on social media are losing their absolute minds. Half of my timeline is screaming with joy that Sam is back, and the other half is furious that the Jason and Britt romance was a lie. People are analyzing every single scene Britt has had for the last 6 months. Remember, when she looked at the mirror weirdly in episode 402, that was the imposter. It's madness. It's absolute chaotic madness. And what happens next? Jason was literally just on a roof with a sniper rifle aiming at Cullum. Is he still going to take the shot, or is he going to turn that rifle on the fake Britt? We know Steve Burton is taking a hiatus. This explains everything. Jason isn't going to Canada to live happily ever after and reverse engineer meds. Jason is going to go dark. He is going to go on a massive bloody rampage to find out who did this, who faked Britt, and where the real Britt is. Or maybe he gets captured by Cullum because he's too distracted by Sam's return. The spoilers said Jason faces a stunning fate and might end up in captivity. Maybe the fake Britt leads him right into a trap. I just keep replaying the scene in my head. Carly standing there looking guilty and shocked. Valentin, always the cool Cassadine, actually looking rattled for once. And Jason, our stoic, unbreakable stone cold, completely shattering into a million pieces. She's not real Jason. She's a fake. Sam's words just echoing in that empty warehouse. It was cinematic. It was messy. It was everything I want from General Hospital. But I also have so many questions. Like, how did they fake her? Is it a mask? Plastic surgery, memory mapping. We know GH loves memory mapping. Did they take some random mercenary and map Britt's memories onto her? And if they did, does the fake Britt know she's fake? Or does she actually believe she is Britt Westbourne suffering from Huntington's? That would be tragic. If she thinks she's real and she actually loves Jason, but she's just a programmed pawn. Oh man, my brain is spinning. I need to lie down and think about Brad Cooper and Lucas Jones. Brad was just pleading with Lucas at the hospital, telling him to do whatever it takes to save Britt to get her meds. Marco Rios is risking his life, gambling everything to steal those meds from Windermere. Pascal might get killed over this. Jack Brennan is playing a dangerous game, grilling Cullum about the Five Poppies project. All of these people, all of these storylines are revolving around saving a woman who isn't even the real Britt. It is a massive house of cards, and Sam McCall just walked in and kicked the table over. I honestly don't know how Jason recovers from this. He has to look at Carly, who is sleeping with the enemy. He has to look at Sam, who is back from the dead with a horrific truth. And he has to look at the woman he was about to give his life for and realize she is a monster in disguise. The psychological toll this is going to take on him is going to be insane. I hope they let Steve Burton really act this out before he leaves for his break. I want to see Jason break down. I want to see him rage. I don't want him to just stoically nod and grab a gun. I want to see the betrayal destroy him. Okay, I'm rambling now. I need to wrap this up before I type another 10,000 words. But seriously, you guys, this is why we watch. For all the clunky dialogue, for all the storylines that drag on for months looking at you, Drew and Willow, when GH hits, they hit hard. And this was a knockout punch. Sam is back. Britt is a fake. Jason is broken. Port Charles is never going to be the same. I guess we just have to wait until tomorrow to see if Jason actually believes Sam or if he thinks Sam is the fake one. Oh God, what if Sam is the imposter? No, I can't go down that rabbit hole. I'm going to bed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're even still breathing after that episode.